What's up guys, it's your favorite QB coach. Welcome to another video of our student before and afters. Let's go do this thing. So welcome back to the channel guys. If you guys are new to QB Golf Japan, we do a bunch of videos like this every single week. So you gotta go hit that little red subscribe button, smash the like button, leave a comment. Yes, that's Leo right there, and yeah, let's go hop in. Alright guys, so before we hop into the before and afters, I want to talk about our upcoming seminar. It's going to be a passive torque seminar. Now, a lot of you guys are interested in the concept of passive torque. What is it really? Well, it's kind of like if the hands work out, club shaft or club head falls behind. You do that in early transition, you automatically scrub the club face, right? It's a little bit more complex than that, but that's basically the wrap up. So a lot of you guys are interested in that concept. A lot of you guys are interested in kind of the shallow swing, the George Genghis method. So what I wanted to do was create a passive torque seminar breaking down what passive torque is, talking about how it relates to George Genghis, has he came up with this theory himself, where did it originate, all that good stuff. And finally, I think the most interesting part of the seminar is we're actually showing you guys an opposing golf camp which actually thinks that passive torque is not scientifically correct, and it could possibly lead to George Genghis's swing method not being scientifically correct. So it's going to be a very interesting seminar, so make sure to go check it out. Click the link in the description. There's only 10 spots per each session. They're going to go really quick. And yeah, let's hop into this before and after. Alright guys, so we got the black bars in between the videos. I apologize again, ranges in Japan are small. Really hard to get the camera far back because you can only go so far. But bear with me, it's going to be a great analysis. This player was a very talented college golfer, soon to be professional golfer in about a year's time. He's going to be going out for QT. So really, we're not looking at big swing overhauls over here. We're really just looking at little tiny changes just to make his swing that little bit better, as well as obviously get his short game just that little bit better, because he's right on the cusp of shooting low scores consistently. He can get a few of them here and there, but we're obviously just trying to get him the scoring average, down to kind of like a +2, +3 range would be ideal, and he would be obviously winning tournaments if he could do that. So that's kind of the goal with this player. Let's walk you through what we did the golf swing, and yeah, let's hop in. Alright, so taking this player up to the top of the golf swing on P4 before, let's take a look at the after. So you're going to obviously see our preferences in the after swing. Before, you could see that the elbow was a little bit more in the retracted area, a little bit more slightly internally rotated, but not too much. It's more so he's just retracted in terms of this is kind of retracting the elbow a little bit more this way as opposed to this way, right? You guys know I'm a sucker for having that elbow in front. Also, if you kind of take a look at the after swing, you can see that he has a lot more hip rotation, or a lot more hip turn on the backswing. Before, he didn't really have that much hip turn, right? Pretty classical stuff we see in Japan. We typically see the elbow a little bit more retracted, and we definitely see that players trying to restrict the hip turn. It kind of comes from X Factor. You guys are still in love with the X Factor here, or I don't know if you guys are, but it looks like you guys are kind of trying to restrict hip turn. So we definitely see that with a lot of our players that we teach. Now, moving on. So taking it down to position 5, what you're going to see before is a little bit of what I call over rotation or early rotation. Both of those could kind of work. I think early rotation is probably a better word, but over rotation seems a little bit more catchy, and you guys kind of like that. So we're going to stick with that. But essentially what I'm trying to say with early or over rotation is right around position 5. If you notice, we can see that the hip line is looking, or this is the knee line I highlighted. You can also do it with the hips. I think it's easier to see in 2D with the knee line than it is the hip line. That's the only reason why I did it this way. But essentially, the hip line looks to be already open to the ball target line by P5, which I think is very, very early, especially for a player who's trying to hit a draw. If you take a look at the after swing, we can now see that the knee line, which is pretty similar to the hip line, but anyways, the knee line is roughly right around, I don't know, that's got to be close to 45 degrees close, which is maybe a little exaggerated, but again, we're just trying to get this player feeling a little exaggerated so he can get back to neutral, hopefully, in a couple months' time. But from this position now, let's take him down to P6. So if we take him to P6, the old swing, he was already right around 45 degrees rotated relative to the ball target line by P6. Now he's getting close to where he was at P5, right? So if we take him up to P5, looks almost identical, but now he's at P6, right? So he's doing a lot better with the sequencing in terms of what we prefer. Now moving into impact, we can see he's turning even more and starting to extend, right? He's getting really, really stuck and stally. After we're seeing him actually get into a 45 degree position now, as opposed to before he was, I don't even, God knows, he was probably close to 60 degrees open, 70 degrees open. And then from here, we can see that little stolly, right? See how the body's not moving that much? He's really just kind of punching the hands and the arms. Now we're starting to see him rotate more through impact. The hands are exiting a little bit left because the sequencing of everything is a lot better. Taking him up to position 9 before, right? We see a lot of that excessive right side bend, trying to make sure he doesn't come across it because he's rotated so much. From here now we're seeing a lot lower exit of the hands, and we're actually starting to see everything start rotating, right? So essentially, all we really had to do besides change the top of swing position and get him a little bit more rotated. Sorry, Leo, that's Leo over there if you guys haven't heard him yet. Poor Leo. Anyways, getting back to the video, I'll finish this up quickly. But yeah, we're just trying to get his top of swing, more hip turn. We're trying to get, obviously, elbow in front. From here, we're also trying to get rid of that early rotation or over rotation, which we've done a good job with him here. And from there, we still got to work on the finish, but for the first lesson, everything's looking pretty good. So that pretty much wraps it up. So if you guys are interested in learning more about over rotation or early rotation, you guys think you see it in your own golf swing, you got to check out our lessons in December. I think we only have, or December or January, we only have 4 spots left for Tokyo lessons in December. Osaka lessons are already sold out for December. In January, we're launching the Tokyo lessons really soon here, and then we're also launching the Osaka lessons. I would check the description because by the time this video came out, we actually might have already launched it, so go check that out. Also, again, you got to check out that Pass the Torque seminar. I know a lot of you guys are George Genghis fans. It's going to be a very, very interesting seminar. It might be a little controversial too as well. We got a really good guest too, Tasuku Matsumoto, who is a Michael Jacobs 3D ambassador, who is an expert in forces and torques. So I think it's going to be probably the best seminar you could possibly ever see about forces and torques in Japan. So you got to go check it out, guys, and I'll see you guys next video.